What's more important to summon on? Costumes, or do you summon on gear? I'm going to explain that in this video. I'll also talk about a couple key things to focus on as well. If you end up liking this video, hit the sub button, hit the like button, hit that bell ding ding thing so you know when I post a video. Let's go, baby. First and foremost, for you to know what is better, costumes or gear, you got to know what they do for you and what is easier to get. First, let's talk about costumes. If you don't have any dupes to a costume, you're going to have a skill that has a high SP cost and the cooldown time is extremely high. Also, the amount of damage that is done, or the duration of a buff, or the strength of a buff is drastically lower if you don't have high skills of it. The higher the costume level, the better the character is going to be. As you see, just on one Cilia dupe, the SP gets lowered from 6 to 5. And then usually on the next dupe, the cooldown time goes from 5 to extremely lower. Usually it's like 3 or 2 turns or whatever. Then the amount of damage starts to go up, or the strength or duration of a buff. For example, Wiggle, I am 1 away from maxing out Wiggle. It's a huge damage boost once you get it maxed. 400 extra damage and 100% more from its attack. Aranez, for example, without skill ups, 3 SP costs 7 turn cooldown, increases attack by 25%, crit rate by 30. But as you see, mine is maxed out. SP cost of 2, increases attack by 70%. Costumes are extremely important. Just like in all gachas, you gotta skill up your monsters in order for them to perform. Plus, if you get heroes that have multiple costumes, the cooldown time doesn't matter because you can use all 4 costumes in one battle, as long as you have the SP to use it. The cooldown time is specifically to that costume, and it's a really nice feature because all costumes have different type of attack patterns, so it can be really situational. So that's costumes. Now let's talk about gear. Now there's exclusive gear that you get for each character. You can get them by drawing off the banners or the integrated draw, but you will be able to get UR gear. However, the RNG is so huge in crafting gear, especially when you +3, +6, +9. You gotta be super lucky to get the stats that you want. So you're gonna need a lot of gear to optimize for each hero. Now, is a UR weapon really going to benefit you if your skill has no upgrades at all? High SP cost, so you're only gonna be able to use 2, maybe 3 skills on the first turn. Where if you maximize your costumes, you can have every single hero use a skill on turn 1. For free to play, in my opinion, costumes are what you want to summon on, because what you can do is craft gear. Now this takes a grind to get there, but it's definitely something that you're going to want to do. On your ability skills, you have 2 people that can craft gear. Please don't do what I did at first. Do not do it on Fred. He will not be able to craft the UR gear. You only want to craft gear on Layla. She's a 4-star unit, you can get her. It wouldn't even be a bad option to get her on your infinite draw. But as you can see, Fred can only have a max rank of expert. Layla, on the other hand, can have a max rank of legendary. So it's very important to craft gear on Layla instead of Fred. If you don't have Layla yet, yeah, you can just start doing it on Fred, but I wouldn't waste the high skill books on Fred. Just save your resources and wait for Layla. But once the leveling of gear crafting on Layla is finally grinded and done, you're going to be able to craft UR gear. This will be a grind again. However, you're not going to be wasting your summons on the gear. The difference between a UR weapon and an exclusive UR weapon on the banner is that the crafted weapons will max out at attack 30 and the exclusive URs max out at 33. That's from the summons. This is all before refinement. But at least through crafting, you're going to be able to farm materials for it. So yeah, in the beginning of the game, focus on costumes to skill up your heroes. Once you've gotten your good amount of heroes all maxed out, then yeah, you can summon on the weapon. But you definitely want to focus on costume, because for team composition, just going through the normal chapters in the early game, you're going to want to focus just on 1 5-star, 1 4-star, and then you just focus on 3 3-stars, just to get you through the normal chapters. Once you get into hard mode, and you've maxed out your 1 5-star and your 1 4-star, you then again focus on another 5-star, another 4-star. And for hard modes, you want to focus on mono element teams. But definitely focus on costumes. It's going to benefit you so much more early game. This is the team I run right now. We have Justia as my 5-star. Samay as my 4-star because I was already able to max her out. You guys saw my summons. And for 3 stars, I'm using Maria, which if you look at tier list, she's like at the bottom of the tier list. But I made my own tier list because the tier lists that are out there already suck. And I'm using Wiggle and of course Araness. Sometimes I don't even use Araness like on auto hunt because my team is all set up. They're all in one lane. They kill off their lane and then Wiggle comes in for the final kill. But that's it for today's video. I just wanted to explain why costumes are better right now early game than gear. The gear's not going to matter if your skill has a high SP cost, high cooldown. Yeah, it might help that initial thing, yeah. But once you start getting into the later chapters and hard mode, it's not going to be a cakewalk anymore. If you like this video, sub, like, ding ding a bell. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!